Welcome back to the Garage Guys. We've been getting some questions from customers on which CNC table they should build. We're going to put all that information together in one video to help you make your decision. These builds are meant to be built at home with simple tools, and any complex parts are taken care of with a 3D printer. We have a variety of different builds that should meet just about anyone's needs. All of our builds can be done for under $1,000, and some of them in the $200 to $300 range. With all of our builds, each one of them has a 100+ page manual that covers everything needed to build a machine. Within this manual, there is a parts list. It contains every single part needed to complete the machine, right down to the last nut, bolt, and washer. There's also engineering drawings for every part that needs to be made by you. Along with this, some parts have a one-to-one printable template that you can print out on paper, attach to the metal for drilling points and cutting dimensions. The assembly portion of the manual includes pictorial diagrams for every single step and lists each component that is needed to complete that step. All the schematics needed for wiring are included as well. There's even a wire list that lists the cut length for each wire in the build and which location each end of the wire goes to. For the machines that require 3D printed parts, the STL files are included, and there's even an entire section on testing the machine and running your first job, including how to make the G-code. Cut tolerance is going to be basically the same with each one of our machines that you choose to build. Cut quality will be more determined by the plasma cutter you choose than the actual machine you build. If you have a good quality plasma cutter and you have the profile set up properly, with any of our CNC machines, you should be able to cut to a tolerance of a 0.5 millimeter, no problem. Currently, we offer 3 different builds. We have the mini platform, the Gen 2, and the XL. We do have detailed build videos on each one of these on our YouTube channel, but we're going to talk about each one of these in detail. First one we're going to discuss is the Mini. The Mini is a 2-axis machine. It's meant to be the simplest and easiest build. The Mini is a small size and it's extremely portable. You can actually just grab it by one hand and take off and walk with it and put it away anywhere you want. The Mini also has optional magnetic feet that you can build that will lock the device onto the metal. The Mini also has an optional touchscreen. With this touchscreen, you can run the machine without using a PC. With the Mini, you can load your jobs into the CNC with an SD card or with a hardwired connection to your PC. With the Mini platform, we currently have a 3D print version and an all-metal version. And we do have a video on trying to determine which one you should build, but the conclusion is, if you have a 3D printer, build the 3D print version. If you do not have a 3D printer, build the mini metal version. Moving on to our second offering, the Gen 2 machine. First, it's flexible. It can be built as a 2-axis or a 3-axis machine by adding the Z-axis. The Gen 2 build is based off of 2-inch by 2-inch square tubing. If you're in a metric country, there's a metric version that's based off of 50 millimeter by 50 millimeter square tubing. Unlike the Mini, the Gen 2 has a traditional base to support the metal while cutting. The Gen 2 also has the option to add a water pan for cleaner operation. Like the Mini, the Gen 2 machine can connect to your computer through a hard wire, or it can connect to your home Wi-Fi. It also has the ability to host its own Wi-Fi that the controller will create. Unlike the Mini, the Gen 2 has the ability to add a torch height controller. A torch height controller keeps the torch at a constant distance from the metal during the cut to maintain higher cut quality. This can especially be important during long cuts on thin metal that are prone to warpage during the cut. The Gen 2 has a cantilevered arm on the X-axis. This cantilever makes loading and unloading of metal very easy. The Gen 2 plans also contain an option to build a light-duty rotary axis for tubes up to 2.5 inches. With this rotary axis, you can notch tubing. You can also cut designs into any round surface up to 2.5 inches in diameter. Moving on to the XL. The XL is a true workhorse, and this is the one we find ourselves using the most out of all 4 of the machines we have. The XL machine must be built as a 3-axis machine, the X, Y, and the Z. The XL shares some common features with the Gen 2, like it's based on 2x2 tubing or 50 by 50 millimeter tubing. It connects to your computer the same 3 ways that the Gen 2 does. It also has the ability to add a torch height controller like the Gen 2. It has a dual supported gantry, and it also has an auto square function that ensures the x-axis is square to the y-axis on power up. XL also has a flexible build size. It can be built with a cutting surface of 2 feet by 4 feet, all the way up to a cutting surface of 5 feet by 10 feet. As compared to the Gen 2 machine, the XL uses larger drivers and motors to significantly increase the torque of the machine. Included in the XL plans is a heavy-duty rotary axis. This rotary axis can handle tubing up to 3 inches. With this rotary axis, you can cut tubing to length, you can notch tubing, you can put designs on tubing, and any other processes you would like to do to a round surface. Those were the features of the 3 platforms. Now it's time to talk about the size of each. For most of you, this will be the determining factor on which one you choose to build. First, the Mini. The Mini has a cutting surface of approximately 15 inches by 15 inches. The whole machine, the outside dimensions are approximately 26 by 20 inches. The machine is extremely portable, so we don't consider the size any factor. Moving on to the Gen 2. The Gen 2 has a cutting surface of 28 inches by 32 inches. With this cutting size, you need a floor space of 39 inches by 56 inches. So it's not really a very big machine at all. The final machine, the XL, has a flexible build size. We built our machine to handle 4 foot by 4 foot sheets. As far as floor space is concerned for the XL, start with your cutting surface that you want, add about 21 inches in the Y direction, and add 16 inches in the X direction, and that'll give you your estimated floor space for the XL machine. Moving on to running the machine. All of the machines basically function exactly the same. You draw your parts, create your G-code, send it to the machine, and cut out your parts. This process is highly detailed in our instruction packages, and we have several videos on our YouTube channel that explain this process. Now we have to talk about plasma cutters. All of our CNC builds require a plasma cutter. When we quote the price of the cost to build a machine, this does not include the cost of the plasma cutter. All CNC machines, not just JD's Garage, require a low frequency, which is a non-high frequency, blowback start style plasma cutter in order to be compatible with a CNC machine. One question we get a lot of times is if a pilot arc or a non-touch machine is compatible. Well, it depends. Not all pilot arc machines are low frequency blowback start. You will need to check the specs in the owner's manual or on the product website for that information. We do have a list of recommended plasma cutters that are compatible with all of our machines. You can find this list in the description below or on our website. All of these recommended plasma cutters will handle advanced features like adding a torch head controller later on if you decide to. Most of these plasma cutters run in that $350 to $600 range. If you go with the top end, like a Hypotherm, you could be in the thousands of dollars range. For the Mini platform, we have a couple of low budget plasma cutters in the Mini plans. These are not torch height control compatible, as it's not required with the Mini since there's no Z-axis. These budget plasma cutters run approximately in that $200 range, but prices can vary a little bit, both up and down. Moving on to parts availability. We have had thousands of successful builds all over the world on these 3 platforms. The component parts to build each of these are readily available on sites like Amazon and AliExpress throughout the world. Also, on our website, we do offer 3D printed parts for sale for those of you that want to build a Gen 2 or an XL machine that does not have a 3D printer or access to one. We also sell pre-cut metal plates for convenience for all 3 of these platforms. Now, it's not necessary to purchase these parts from us because all of the information is in the plans to make your own. We just offer them, like I said, for convenience. Moving on, we do have a Facebook group available to our plant holders where you can show off your builds and get support from the community. At JD's Garage, we do offer support via email link on our website. We do not offer support through comments on YouTube videos or Facebook posts. Make sure to contact us directly through the link on our website. So there you have it. There's all the information to make your decision. Now, what should you do? Well, if you're a guy that's going to need to cut out a part every month or two and it's relatively small, go ahead and build a Mini platform. If you're the guy that has a small shop and you do some fab work for contract, I think you should have an XL. Now, if you're somewhere in between the two, What am I going to say? Well, obviously you should have a Gen 2. We hope we've answered a lot of common questions that people are having. With that, we'd like to thank all of our customers. Take a few seconds to look at these amazing builds by our customers all over the world. With that, thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe.